Alright, 7 seconds. Alright, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, we want to give all honor, glory, and praises due to Yahweh, Hashem, Yahushua, Hashem, Hakadosh. Salakia. Also, want to give double honors to the elders and apostles and great millstone who's teaching us truth and sincerity, and also who rule well. Peace and salutations to the whole full elect that scattered four corners of the earth, which you so-called Negroes, Latino, Hispanics, Native American Indians, the true Israelites. That's coming out there, 11 nation of Israel. And the nation of Israel that the Lord is only dealing with, okay? It's brother Yawanathon from GMS Detroit, back at you with another lesson. You know, and this is really just touching back on, you know, just the gimmicks, the things that the so-called guerrilla Hebrew Alizé, or whatever you want to give him or call him, has been doing these past couple days. You know, stepping back, not calling himself a Hebrew Israelite, going on to other platforms, but us men the sincere men knowing what our job is to do is to prophesy and be on those highways and byways, man. So I just got a couple scriptures. So you want to start off with first. Because you see, it's a time where you're seeing the Lord sifted. Alright? And you know, brothers know the history even better than I do, what happened to this particular individual. Alright? First off, he was under the tutelage of the great men of, you know, great millstone. Elder Apostle Tahar, Elder Apostle Dor, Elder Apostle Ramok, Elder Apostle Rakai, you know, who was just correcting him. Listen, even though sometimes that correction hurts, yo, you gotta take it on the chin, take it as a man, and take it with love, joy, and cheer. Alright, so this is Proverbs 27 and 5. It says, open rebuke is better than secret love. Alright, so, you know, sometimes you're going to be put on the spot. You know, that's to instill the fear not to do it again. You know, because, you know, once you get embarrassed, that grows humility. Okay? But then you're starting to see with this particular individual that, you know, he has pride and he just can't be corrected. You know, let's get Isaiah. Oh, see, I had it queued and now other scriptures coming up to me. Isaiah 1 and 5. Isaiah 1 and 5. It says, why should ye be stricken anymore? Ye will revolt more and more. The whole head is sick and the whole heart is faint. Alright? Out of all the corrections of things that you shouldn't do, the rebuke, to stop doing that, getting cursed out, you was revolting more and more. You know, I was watching, you know, the brothers while I was at on the plantation. I tried to get a glimpse of it, you know, try to watch the whole video in its entirety. But yes, I was on the plantation. But one of the brothers was like, man, you know, you got your hair long, you preaching with your hat on. That's you going off, man. You gotta eat the whole roll, and that's another good scripture. God just came to me. Lord, when I can find it. Colossians. basically all the scriptures are good, basically. Brother, can you just think of it? It just popped into my head. Dang, I should have got that look here. It's lucky. I kind of want to find it now. Like basically all scriptures are profitable, you know. Roughly paraphrasing. But yeah, man, and as you can see, this particular brother, man, and I saw hypocrisy, man. So we can get, you know, Romans the 2nd chapter gets into that, but look what happened. You see his hypocrisy, you know. And it says in that day, this is Romans chapter 2 and verse 16. And it says in that day when Yahweh shall judge the secret place of men, or Yahweh Shai, Mashiach according to my gospel. And look what happened with all that not taking chastisement, not considering the rebuke, not being lowly. You got exposed. And we know what you were talking about. You know, I won't just call you the plug, but we all know what I'm getting at. Alright? Because you were not coming in the way Yahweh Shai didn't make you want to be a podcast. Yahweh Shai's not all for that. Yahweh Shai ain't dealing with that. You talking on other platforms about life, gangster shit. You glorifying that you was in this shit since you were 9 years old. You've been the same nigga. No, the Lord doesn't get with that. And right there, this is a cut that you didn't put off the old man. When you come into his law, statutes, and commandments, and the truth be how about Shimon Shai, what are you supposed to do? You're supposed to kill off that old man. Alright? So this is Ephesians 4 and 22. And it says that ye put off the concerning the former conversations, the old man, which is corrupt according to deceitful lusts. Alright? And be renewed in the spirit of your mind. Alright, so once you come into this truth, you want to, you know, seek that salvation, put all that nigga shit, kill that shit off, man. That shit's dead. But yet you never, you know, let that shit go. It all starts, you know, inside, man, your mind. But yet you still glorifying it. I'm the same nigga that, you know, I'm not trying to put words in your mouth, but you said you were that same nigga. So, you know, you being that same nigga, you gonna be in the same results. And it's gonna be worse for you because now you know about the truth, but yet you didn't put off those niggerish ways, man. Alright? And the Lord didn't expose you. Like the Lord didn't tell you to do all that podcast, get a business, do all this, that, and the third for gimmicks and money. Alright, so let me grab Titus. This is Titus 1 and 16. It says they profess that they know Yahweh, but in works they deny him, being abominable and disobedient, and unto every man good work, reprobate. Alright, so let's get into that. So you know about Yahweh Shimon Shai. You are under the tutelage of the great men, the elders of great millstone. You know? And it says, being abominable, disobedient, and every good work, reprobate. So, you know, you're bringing Glocks and chops to when you on the highways and byways, you with the head, your head covered. You know, man, it's a list for you, man. It's so much, I don't even know where I can start at. Disobedient, because you got the correction. You just don't want to take heed to it. You know, it can be so much easier for you. You know, and then another reason why I brought out that Romans, and you know, basically when it comes into being a hypocrite, when you read the earlier verses, you know, you were a hypocrite, man, because I watched one of your videos because you were getting into you said something to the point where you were all like, yeah, then you people, the Hebrew Israelites would nitpick scriptures. Bro, you cherry pick scriptures too, bro. We know. Now you can't, okay, maybe they do, but the men of Great Millstone does not. We take on the whole role. You don't think the books of Paul are authoritative. So what are you talking about? You know why? Because it cuts you. So let's grab some. Let's get Romans 11 and 4. And it says, every man praying or prophesying, having his head covered, dishonored his whole head. And you be wearing those, the little Houston, Texas, New Era fitteds, man. What else? Here we go. Let's go down to 7. It says, for a man indeed ought not cover his head for as much as the image of the glory of Yahweh, but the woman, no, Salaki, that's not the woman. It's basically getting to, you know, having long hair. You know what, I'll drop it because you know it's there, but nevertheless, look at all the things that Yahweh did to you, man. He's showing your true colors, and then, like I was stating in that Romans 2 and 16, he covered your secret place. You know, I'm gonna call you the plug, but that's something that you were going off on, man. So let me grab this scripture and I'll end it off on there because, you know, you are also a Hebrew Israelite household name. Yep. And it reads, this is Deuteronomy 23 and 17. It says, there shall be no whore of the daughters of Israel, nor a sodomite of the sons of Israel. And what that act you did, that was some sodomite-ish, man. That was just straight up unexcusable act to do, man. But, you know, I'm not gonna like get on too long on it. But man, even other brothers know, could see you in the beginning when I was a babe. I was like, man, he probably can turn away. Even Elder Apostle Tahar, when, you know, certain brothers was hearing that account, yeah, some laughed, but the Elder Apostle Tahar was like, man, say it ain't so. You had mercy and you took it for granted. Okay? But nevertheless, Lord willing, I hope this video was edifying. And again, I'm going to give all honor, glory, and praises due to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Ahmedouch. And again, give all honor to the elders and apostles at Great Millstone, teaching truth and sincerity, and also who rule well. Peace and salutation to the whole for elect. close out, say shalom, and on to the next lesson.